Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Rurouni Kenshin, episode number 16, reaction. Right, the previous episode we met a new character. His name is Raijuta, and apparently he's someone who is going around different dojos, trying to like destroying them. Anyone that he deems not worthy enough their sword style, he's destroying them, and he thinks like his sword style is the most appropriate one. Anything that is like that does not involve actual swords, any type of sword style is not a sword style, and all these things he thinks like the recent world is becoming spineless, this and that, his twisted way of looking at it. And yeah, like Kenshin comes across him, and actually Kenshin actually withstands one of his most powerful undodgeable techniques. So he got interested in Kenshin and later on called him to his place. And he tells Kenshin that you join me or I'm going to be against you. So obviously Kenshin is not going to join him in his like weird, um, like his goal of eradicating all unworthy sword styles and all that. So yeah, Kenshin, like he in the end he then says that yeah, then you're going to be my enemy, and that's where it ended. So let's see what happens. Episode 16. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but not like this. In my grand plan, this guy is too like I don't know what he thinks of himself. He's like, what the hell? Yo, he just attacked. Bro. Hmm. The ideal man. Alright. Oh, It's just destroying the property. What the hell? Oh. Ah, here we go. Izuna again. Oh boy. Oh! Damn! He just. Oh boy, you would have been dead. You would have been dead here. Yeah, if he was using actual sword, it would have been over. Bro, what are you talking about? You should have been dead here. Like he was talking about his like spineless sword. If Kenshin wasn't using a Sakabato, he would have been dead here. Whatever. Oh wait. he. Well, a necessary sacrifice. Oh my god. Yeah. yeah. Well. Oh my god, he actually came. This is middle of the night. Yeah, is this what you do at night? Go around and okay. I think she wants to go to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, turn on the lights. What's happening? What? Oh. well, obviously he never, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So he never. Okay. Wait, then why is he challenging? Okay, what? Why is he challenging Yahiko then? oh god. Yeah. What? Isn't he supposed to be his teacher or whatever? What? Alright. Hook your left pinky halfway around the end of the hilt. right. oh my god. Alright. oh boy. oh boy. But you just yeah. Hmm. And his name is also Kenshin. Oh boy. For a moment, okay, I'll talk about this later. I thought that maybe. Alright, I'll talk about it later. If I remember. What? Father? Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, his situation is kind of like Yahiko. He's like, true. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think so. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. He has some other plans. Great. Hmm. My God. Scout from. True. Well, quite a bit. Jump in faith. But target. True. Oh my God. Damn. Oh, so he's going to get hit. I see. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be reverse. All right. Hmm. All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, Akibiko. Wait. Oh yeah, he works here. I forgot about that. Oh Lord. Oh. Yeah, you think so? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my. Oh Lord. Hmm. Oh, he's feeling, you know, his the whole. Yeah. Yeah, but he's gonna obviously he's gonna say I cannot really. Well. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah. This is probably. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I was wondering, like, maybe he just wanted to fight those guys or something. Like, yeah, I don't think so. He's just. Also, another thing, it's weird how he didn't kill the bandits. Was he like working together with them? I don't know. Like, it's so weird. Someone like Rajut, I thought he would have killed the bandits then and there. But he says like he attacked and they left. Whoa, what? Wait, is he here? Randomly he just pops up? Yeah, this is how men fight, you think, Yutaro? Like sneaking up, yeah, sneaking up behind you? Alright, stop. Oh god. Yeah, if you cannot hit him, nothing will work. Yeah, this is how men fight, is it? Oh my god! Bro, you're so pathetic. You came sneaking up and still you lost. Wow, that is actually. Oh wow, this guy is just trash complete. Wait, what? What the hell? Wait, what happened? We passed through him? What the hell was that? I don't think he cares. Yeah, I don't think he cares. What? Oh, he just. Okay, wow. So why are you now showing your true nature? What? I knew it. I was saying. It's weird how didn't kill those robbers. Like, he seems like someone who would kill them. Yeah, okay, this. Yeah, you little. Oh, I feel like they're going to end it here. Good God. Oh, yeah, Megumi, I forgot about her. Yeah, what was that? Like, what? Okay. Oh my God. Oh, he cannot fight. Oh my God. Oh no. They're gonna end it here. Yep. So next episode, we'll be beating up. What's his name? Raijuta. Yeah. All right. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. So this episode. Yeah, this episode was Yutaro coming to Karu's dojo, learning a little bit about, like Kamiyaka Shinryu, and realizing how it's not that bad, bamboo sword. And then us realizing by the end of it, this guy, Raiju, that was basically someone who staged the whole fake robbery to get some more money out of this whole thing because he needed money to, you know, to make his plan come true. Now, I immediately thought that something is wrong. Like when they were saying, like when Yutaro said like, oh, my master came in and like attacked them and they ran away. I was like, okay, that seems pretty weird. He doesn't seem like a person who would let them run away. He seems like a person who would immediately kill the people over there. So the fact that he let them go, I was like, what's going on? It's so weird. So I was like, does that mean that he was working together with them? Which would make sense, because obviously, like, at that point of time, weirdly enough, he suddenly pops up out of nowhere. And not only that, he doesn't kill them. He's someone who, like, Raijit is someone who seems like someone who's just going to kill someone. Just imagine, like, the previous episode, he almost killed that dude, Mayama, the master of the dojo. Remember when they were having a duel? Like, he's a piece of crap. He's such a piece of crap that he, during a duel, using bamboo swords, he would attempt to kill someone. He's that type of person. So it's so weird why he didn't do anything to those people, those robbers, and let them run away. That's weird. So yeah, immediately I was like, yeah, that it must be he probably was working with them to, I don't know, like, for some kind of an agenda. I didn't really understand what his goal was, but obviously it makes pretty sense now that we know about it. He just wanted money for for the whole thing, for making his ambition come true. And yeah, that was his main goal. So that's why he staged that whole thing. And yeah, he attacked those thieves, but like those robbers, but nothing happened to them because it was all part of the plan. So yeah, that was the whole thing. And like, here's the thing, like, all these like people, like the battle between Aoshi and Genshin actually felt like a proper battle, like an actual life-threatening battle. I feel like this guy's going to be just, I don't know what's going to happen in the next episode. He's strong, but the fact that Kenshin was able to actually stop him 2 times. First was he was able to withstand his Izuna in the dojo, and now in this episode where we see in the beginning where he literally cuts off his sword with his Sakabato. Like, the fact that he was able to do both of that makes me think that by the end of it we'll see that this guy is not that much of a big deal. But it seems like he's like such a terrifying person. He's very strong and everything, but I might be wrong, like, who knows. Let's wait for the next episode. I'll get my answer. But my guess is that by the end of it, by next episode, we'll probably see that this guy's not much of a big deal. He's just some, like, like someone who just yeah, obviously he's way more stronger than some ordinary people, but I'm comparing him to Kenshin. By comparing him to Kenshin, that's what I'm talking about. Like, comparing him to Kenshin, he's probably not that much of a big deal. Unlike Aoshi, who I feel like was a proper threat to Kenshin. This guy, he seems like all bark and no talk. At least comparing him to Kenshin. That's what I feel like, because like, Kenshin literally destroyed his sword in this episode in the beginning. If that was an actual sword, he would have been dead. And not only that, in the first battle, in the first duel, Kenshin was also able to stop his attack. Also, Kenshin is not getting hit. I don't think he got a hit a single time. With the duel, now with this whole thing that happened in the beginning of the episode where he suddenly attacked Kenshin, and now currently in this situation where Yutaro got hit, I don't think he got hit. That only one thing he got hit was with the what's it called? That one that hit Yutaro, that attack. That one kind of scraped Kenshin a little bit. But other than that, none of his attacks hit him. So, let's wait and see. Next episode will probably show us whether he's really capable or he's all bark and no talk. Compared to Kenshin, like I'm saying, he's way stronger than a lot of other characters here. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about compared to Kenshin, is he all bark and no talk? That's the thing that I'm trying to say. So let's see how this goes. And yeah, in the end, we get to see that Yutaro won't be able to fight again, I'm guessing. which is, I guess, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it seems like, how in this episode they were all talking, like he was talking about how he doesn't, like his father groveling in front of people, like from being a samurai to a merchant, and now he's just like, giving, supplying weapons to foreigners and all that. How he doesn't like it, how the pride of the samurai, this and that. Like that's why he wants to become a swordsman. Like, I don't know, in such a cruel way. I feel like he's going to understand from here onwards his father's point of view of everything, like how his father feels or what he does, and maybe he'll sympathize with his father because of him not being able to fight anymore. That's why I'm saying it's such a cruel realization. I feel like, what do you call it, like it will finally like connect in his head that being a merchant isn't anything shameful, or like his way of looking at everything was like, oh, I'm a son of a samurai, and my father is also a samurai. Like he fell so low by becoming a merchant. Like that's his way of looking at it. So now that he finally got robbed of his ability to fight, he'll probably start understanding his father, like way more, because he'll be walking the same path as his dad from here onwards. He won't be able to fight, and he'll be in the same shoes, so he'll probably, I don't know, understand his dad a bit more. And that's why I'm saying it's such a cruel way of him realizing, or him, like, he being able to realize now from here onwards in such a cruel way that, like, his ability to fight had to be stripped off of him before, because that's what I feel like is happening. Otherwise, like, this whole episode we saw him showing, like, contempt towards his father about how he acted in front of those, like, like those people. And his way of looking at it is like, oh, my father groveled in front of them, that is bad. From a samurai he became a merchant, that is bad. Where is the pride? This and that. So he looks down on his father, and he thinks that the way his father lives his life is not an appropriate way to do it. But now that he is in the same situation, he'll probably be able to understand his father a bit more. But again, like, it's sad how this had to happen, where he won't be able to, because yeah, his interest to learn swordsmanship was genuine, but like, it's like a cruel way of him just losing everything, and now he'll probably be more empathetic, because he's going to be, walking the same path as an ordinary person, not a swordsman. I don't know, or I have no idea. Okay, so another thing, one of his hands got hurt. So obviously, I'm guessing, like, to be a swordsman, you need to have both hands working. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I was going to say, it's not as if, like, but no, I guess not. Like, I was going to say, like, the other hand works, so maybe, no, it's not that easy, I guess. Like, you need both hands. Yeah, yeah, you need both hands. It's not possible like that, I guess. Okay. Right. So yeah, that was this episode. So that was my impressions of this episode. Obviously, next episode we'll probably see them, fight, and yeah, let's see how Kenshin deals with this guy. So there you go. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. So in the beginning of the episode, we get to see, like, Raijuta obviously threatening Kenshin, and him being like, "Oh, since you're not going to join me, you'll be my enemy." And he starts fighting against Kenshin. Kenshin, like, just dodges each and every, like attack, and in the end, you can see when he was going to use Izuna, he uses Izuna, like, breaks like a tree, a stone, all that stuff, and then in the end, Kenshin comes in and just, like, just parries his blade, completely destroying it. So Alright, so here we go. This is what I'm saying. Like, if this is the extent of his power, how is he even going to fight against Kenshin? Like, it may, like, I feel like the first episode where he got introduced, like, we saw his abilities, and I'm like, oh damn, this guy's pretty strong. Like, very good. Like, I'm very strong. Yeah, he might be an actual, like, he might be an actual competitor against Kenshin. Like, he might actually be as strong, not as strong, but be a good fight against Kenshin. But I feel like this episode made me think that I don't think he's that much of a big deal. I don't know, but that's the vibe he's giving me after watching this episode. Like, Aoshi was so strong, and after seeing the whole battle against Aoshi and Kenshin, I can say that, yeah, Aoshi is a proper threat, This dude doesn't give me that vibe. Like, he never was able to hit Kenshin, and Kenshin just whacked his sword away. And he's like acting as if like he's like such a like great, like, like strong person or something. Like, while in front of Kenshin, he just wasn't able to do anything. Like, he would have been dead here if Kenshin was using an actual sword. When he like parried his sword, like, Kenshin could have easily killed him then and there. Obviously, Kenshin doesn't kill, so yeah, and if he's talking about the spineless way of the sword and all that stuff, it's so ironic, because if Kenshin was actually someone like him, savage and just, like barbaric, like kills everyone, he would have been dead here. So the fact that, like he's alive now, is probably thanks to the fact that Kenshin is not like how he looks at this world. If Kenshin was like him, it would have been over. So, yeah, and this is the thing, what it is? Like, I feel like characters who see how strong the other opponent is, but still doesn't understand and thinks that they're better than them, they're usually, by the end of it, we see like they are actually the ones who are weaker. And this is the same thing with him. I feel like he's, like, obviously that was a clear win for Kenshin over there. But the fact that he acts as if like, oh, it's fine. My sword broke, alright. Like, makes me feel like the fact that he's underestimating Kenshin so much makes me feel like as if, I guess he's not underestimating him, because he did say that, oh, he's strong. But still, like, the fact that he thinks that he can, like, sneak around, as we saw in the end, and attack Kenshin and catch him off guard, makes me feel like he's underestimating him. And any opponent who underestimates the other, opponent is not a good fighter, in my opinion. In a battle like this, you should never underestimate your opponent unless and until you see their strength for yourself. And the fact that he saw Kenshin's strength and he acknowledges that he's strong, but still thinks that he could easily be taken out by sneaking around at night and ambushing him, I don't know, makes me think that he is just not that much of a big deal. I don't know. We'll see next episode, because I feel like something is going to happen next episode where Kenshin is going to just whack him around, and we're going to see how much of in a delusion he was by thinking that he could do anything to Kenshin. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. Because, like, this is just, like, it was so embarrassing, like, this whole episode, everything that he did. First of all, he got defeated in the beginning. Then later on, when he sneaks around and tries to ambush Kenshin, he still isn't able to hit him. That is so embarrassing. Like, wow. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Let's wait. Like, my guess is Kenshin's just going to mop the floor with him. I feel like that's what's going to happen. And that would be appropriate, because he's so prideful and he's so, like, he needs to, like, Kenshin needs to just, whack him down a little bit for him to, I don't know, like, I don't know what's, okay, you know what, let me stop. Let me wait for next episode. Let's see what happens. And, yeah. Alright, so that happens. He destroys, like, his sword. And he's like, oh, I'm definitely going to defeat you. And he just leaves. So later on, and after that they decide to leave the premise. But, Yutaro was tied up. So they come to untie Yutaro. And Yutaro's like, how dare you? Like, I'm going to defeat you, Yahiko. And Yahiko's like, yeah, you know what? If you want to defeat me, come to the dojo. Instead of, just staying behind your master, come to the dojo and we'll fight with a bamboo sword. So there you go. Other than that, I'm not accepting any of your proposals. So he leaves, and he actually came, and that night, with a bamboo sword. And Yaiko's like, the hell, is in the middle of the night? Like, what is wrong with you? And then anyways, like, so they, like, Yaiko's like, all right, Kaoru, you be the, you be the referee, so let's fight. So when they start taking their stances, they realize that he cannot even grab a bamboo sword properly. And Yutaro's like, oh, maybe because I only practice with normal swords. And they're like, Kenshin's like, actually, like, normal swords are also held in the same way. So, yeah, like, that's the thing. So I think your whole way of holding the sword in itself is wrong. So, and then they realize that he never actually fought. So obviously that is kind of weird, because as he said, oh my god, what was his name? Raijuta, yeah. As he said, Raijuta is supposed to be his teacher, so the fact that he still haven't taught him is kind of weird. So they're like, what the hell? And he's like, oh no, I don't want to get in my sensei's way. He's busy trying to, bring back his sword style. And yeah, anyways, but Kaoru's like, alright, you know what? Sure, you train here for a few days, and yeah. And then Kaoru starts teaching him. And yeah, and Yaiko's just there pouting because he's become the center of attention. That's why he's just there. The next day you can see he's just there, and Kenshin brings in like rice balls and gives them. So you can see that he's not happy with Kenshin, because he's okay with Kaoru, Yutaro, but like with Kenshin he's like, no, my master is actually against you. So like I'm not going to like take charity from you. And but Kenshin's like, oh, but you know that old General Kenshin Uesugi in the Sengoku era as well said to have given salt to the enemy general. Here's the thing, you know what, up until now I thought maybe Kenshin was supposed to be Uesugi Kenshin. You know how we have Saito Hajime here, like how actual historical characters from the Shinsengumi is supposed, like is here. And I think like that guy as well, the general, what's his name, the one who tried to recruit Kenshin in the police force, that dude, I forgot his name. He's also supposed to be a historical character, isn't he? I think so. I kind of checked it out, I remember. He's also like a person based on actual history. So obviously, like, we can see that actual historic characters here are here. So I thought Himura Kenshin is actually supposed to be based on Uesugi Kenshin. That's what I thought, because both the names are Kenshin. But the fact that Kenshin actually brings up Uesugi Kenshin's name made me realize here that, oh, probably not. He is probably not supposed to be based on Uesugi Kenshin. Because I actually thought that. I thought that since, both the names are Kenshin, I thought maybe he's supposed to be Uesugi Kenshin's, like someone based on him or something like that. Just like how Saito Hajime is based on Saito Hajime from the Shinsengumi. And I'm guessing all the Shinsengumi members are here as well. Kondo Isami, Ukita Soji. Maybe we'll see them in the future. I don't know. But, like the fact that the Shinsengumi is here and they're obviously based on actual people made me think Kenshin is maybe also based on Uesugi Kenshin. But no, that's not the case, I guess. Because, he literally brings up Uesugi Kenshin's name. But anyways, so then he sits down and, okay. So he's like, is swordsmanship fun? Okay, so he's like, oh, I'm not doing it to, like, doing this to play around. And he says, like, I don't like my father. I want to go against him. He ditched the pride of being a samurai and became a merchant. And he's like cowering in front of the people. I don't like that. I want to bring back the pride of the samurai and all that. So Kenshin says, like, he's looking at the whole situation. It's kind of like, his situation is kind of like Yahiko. However, his wish to become stronger comes from a completely opposite place, which is true. And that is the problem here, that he's trying to become stronger because he thinks that being like a merchant or someone like, like from a samurai to a merchant is considered weak or, spineless. according to his master's words, so yeah, which is obviously not the case. It's, like his father's a merchant, it's fine. But I guess he's a kid, and he's like, has a high pride and everything, and seeing um his master, Raijuta, I always forget his name, Raijuta, like, saving them from that situation. He's like completely fascinated with that. So he thinks like being a merchant and being like his father is weak, which is obviously not the case. And that's what I'm saying. In the end, as we see, he lost his ability to fight, will probably make him empathize with his father a bit more, which is kind of a messed up way for, for him getting to realize that. It's a messed up way of learning about, like empathy, learning empathy. Like, he will be a lot more empathetic from here onwards, I'm guessing, because he'll be able to see how, not fighting is not such a, but at the same time, it's a bit harsh the way he would learn about it, because it is true that he genuinely wanted to be a swordsman. The fact that he had to be stripped of it completely for him to learn about human empathy is kind of messed up, but reality is never that soft. Sometimes it is pretty harsh. Oh god. But anyways, so here you can see that, like, they're like, oh, if you keep competing with Yahiko, you'll become strong. Kaoru says that. And yeah, so come here, let us teach you. So he goes to Raijuta, and he's like, oh, I want to go to, their place and, learn. And here, like, obviously we get to know why he smiled in the end, Raijuta, because he was planning to, like, keep an eye on them and, like, probably, I don't know, like get more information on them by Yutaro. So that is why he was like, all right, go ahead, and he was very happy. He was genuinely happy. He was like, oh, this is the first time sensei actually told me to do something. But obviously that was all a trick, as we get to know by the end of it. Either way, after that we get to see they are like, he comes to the dojo now and then, and he's like training, and like Sanosuke's like, oh, like he's coming here every day now, and Kenshin's like, yeah, he's opened up a lot, and we can see him just quarreling with Yutaro. And then, like Kaoru says, like, alright, so, you guys, like, fight. So you can see that, not fight, but, like, be the, what do you call it? The target, for Yutaro's, like, swordsman. So, like, a face, I think, like, she called it face, no, jumping something. Yahiko, you're just gonna jump in face, there you go. So you be the target. And yeah, so right, so Yutaro and they both of, like, like Yutaro, like, shows his actual, like, obviously he's been training with Kaoru for a while, so he's actually quite capable now. And Yahiko get very, surprised seeing his what's that called, improvement. Yeah, improvement. And Yahiko realizes that he's not all talk. And yeah, then they kind of, like, go around for a bit, like, just keep fighting for a bit, and then they go to Akabeko to have a meal. And here again, Yutaro's just messing with Yahiko. He's like, oh, you come here, like, bring me food. And then Subame comes in, or is her name Subaki? I always mix the two names up. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Let me check her name. Subame, okay. Not Ki, May, okay. Right, May, I need to remember. Okay, so they're fighting with each other, and Subame is like, oh, but they look quite good friends. And Yahiko's like, what the hell are you saying? Like, how can you see, like, how are we friends here? Like, starts screaming. And Yutaro's like, oh, don't worry about him. And like gives her like a handkerchief. And Yahiko gets pissed off because of that. Anyways, so after the, like, this whole, like, thing, Kaoru says, like, why don't you teach, like, learn with us? Like, you've been like learning with us for a while. Why don't like officially become my student? And he's like no, like, and I'm sorry, but I know Kenshin is very strong. I know Kaoru, after like doing like a little bit of training with you guys, I know how this is fun and how using bamboo shinai is bamboo sword is not that like thing. But still, I want to be like my teacher. And he kind of like recounts like the flashback where he and his father got like tangled with those robbers, and his father was like groveling, and obviously he didn't like it. But here is where Raijuta comes, and as he says, it was just one blow and all the thieves the robbers ran away. This is where it struck me. I'm like, wait, that's weird. Raijuta doesn't seem like someone who would scare them and they'll just run away. He looks like someone who would kill everyone then and there. So I was like, was he like working for them or something? Like, it's just like all part of an elaborate trap or like a plan? Turns out that was exactly what it was, as we got to get to know in the end. Either way, and they are like on their way back home, and in comes Raijuta suddenly sneaking up on them. And like a few moments ago, Yutaro was talking about how like manly it is, like his sensei fights, and now we see how manly he is, sneaking around in the middle of the night, sneaking up to trying to attack and catch Kenshin off guard. Wow, what a man. Yeah, great job. Like, good God, what a pathetic individual. And he like starts attacking them, and he's still in denial. Yutaro's still in denial. He's like, oh, I'm sure like this is not like my master, this is like his plan or something. Like, he's just like like completely like in denial, trying to justify his blind faith. That is what was going on over here. He's so blindly like blind, has such a blind faith on him. Yeah. And then like he tries to attack Kenshin. Kenshin just dodges everything. And Sanosuke is like, yeah, you know what, if he doesn't hit anyone them, so it won't work. And then he uses his attack, like Secret Sword Tobi Uzuna, like slashes the air. Okay, now I don't know what the hell happened here. Did it just did it go through Kenshin? I don't understand this part. Wait a minute, let me check. Yeah, so wait a minute. Obviously, I feel like Kenshin could have dodged this, but what he did here, you see, like he kind of extends his hand like this. He tried to protect Yutaro, but the thing is, like he didn't realize that the technique is just going to bypass him and go and hit Yutaro. He wasn't able to, he wasn't able to realize that. That's why he just extended his hand, expecting to guard Yutaro, because Yutaro was just behind him. He extended his hand expecting like that to like the attack to hit him, so that no harm comes to Yutaro. But it just bypasses him. And it bypasses him and it hits Yutaro. From a few moments ago I was saying like, oh, none of the attacks hit, but except one, which is this Tobi Uzuna that he used. Now that I'm rewatching this scene, I just realized this also wouldn't have hit Kenshin. Kenshin could have probably dodged this one as well. He stayed there extending his hand, trying to protect Yutaro. He deliberately did that. If there was no one behind him, if there was no one he needed to protect, he could have dodged that as well. I just realized that after looking at this scene. So, I'm getting the feeling the next episode we're going to see Kenshin completely destroying this guy. Because even his his ultimate attack wasn't able to do anything to Kenshin. He could have easily dodged it. The fact that he didn't dodge it at that point was because he's trying to protect Yutaro. But something weird happened, I don't know what, it kind of bypassed Kenshin and it hit Yutaro in his hand. And it actually took out the tendons and everything. And Yahiko's like, what the hell is wrong with you? You attacked your own pupil. And he's like, oh, I just didn't. You think I'm going to take someone like him as my pupil? Well, I just did that I was working with those bandits. I did this for the money, for a certain amount of capital that I needed to bring back my sword style. And he was just I don't know, someone who'd invest in me. That's why he was the son of my investor. Like that's how he explains to him. The kid is the son of my investor. There you go. So I withstood his annoying nature and pretended to his son. Yeah. And now he's like, oh, but now I like it's a shame that I had like I had to do this. I won't get any more capital from here onwards, but yeah, it is fine. And then he also says how he staged the fake robbery. There you go. Yeah, my first thing now agenda is to defeat you, as he says. So that's why he decided to just show his true colors in front of everyone, because his main goal is defeating Kenshin. I feel like he's completely deluded. I feel like next episode Kenshin is going to show him how deluded he is. And he's like, oh, here it goes. And Kenshin's like, alright, you just wait there for a while. Let me just take him to the hospital, and then I'll come for you. And he gets a little bit startled here by the way Kenshin looks at him. And Sanosuke's just standing there, and he's like, oh, you just did something bad here. You incurred the wrath of someone who you should never have done. Now no one's going to save you. So next we get to see Megumi went and did first aid on him, and they say like, yeah, he cannot hold a sword from here onwards, which, like I said, it's such a harsh way of him. Like I said, I can understand what they're trying to do here. Like, since he was so dismissive about his father's way of life, since he from a samurai he became a merchant, since he's so dismissive about it, I feel like this is like a messed up way the show is kind of moving forward, at least to make him realize how his father way of life is not shameful, because now that he won't be able to hold a sword anymore, he'll be able to empathize with his father a bit more. But that's what I'm saying, it's such a messed up way to teach someone a lesson, and especially someone like him who's such young and had like the whole future ahead of him. And not only that, also the fact that he genuinely loves swordsmanship. Yeah, it's a harsh way that yeah. But anyways, let's wait and see what happens in the next episode. So yeah, that was episode number 16 of Rurouni Kenshin. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, so that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Rurouni Kenshin. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.